Hi, thank you for joining me for YarnBite with Nora. Oh, it's a beautiful, warm, gusty day down here in South Texas. Today's February the 19th. I wonder how the weather is where you're at. Some of you may still have snow. I've heard that the grass is peeking out and flowers are starting to bloom in other places, but our wind is gusting like nuts today. You might even be able to hear it gusting. But thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to give you a quick update on some of the projects that I've been working on. And I thought I'd start off by letting you know a little bit about me. My name is Nora Garza. I'm 62 years old, and I still work full-time, and I still plan on working until I'm 70. And I need to lose weight so that I can continue working. I'm in pretty good health. Cholesterol, gotta watch the cholesterol, gotta watch the high blood pressure, and gotta watch the sugars, watch that blood sugar. All I need to do is lose 100 pounds, and I would be perfect. I work for a water utility. I teach water conservation. And I also teach water science. I go into the schools, I go to the community centers, wherever people want to learn just a little bit more about our natural resources, because really when you get down to it, water is our most precious natural resource. We've lived without electricity before, we've lived without coal. We could live without computers, really. We could use hand puppets again to do our YouTube. Like the minstrels used to do, and just travel from community to community to tell our stories. And so, I love working with kids. I love talking to them, and you can see them think. You can see the little light bulbs. I've got a light bulb over here. You can actually see the light bulbs go off. Yeah, I thought that was cute. When they get it and they ask such profound questions. I just love being around young people. And I do want to say hi to Greta, and hi to Irma, and hi to Candy, and also Berta and Laura and Elisa. They're ladies in my knitting crochet group, and we have so much fun. This Saturday, we went on a field trip. Just like kids, we went on a field trip. We went to the Pioneer, let's see, I got it right here. We went to the Pioneer and Ranching Days. How fun is that? Can you see that boot? That was fun. Here we go. And it was held at the History Museum here in town in Edinburgh. There were cowboys and horses and folklorico dances with the native dresses, music. We had some live band singing Freddie Fender, Texas Tornado tunes. Oh my gosh, Freddie Fender is from down the road a little bit. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. We talked to people who were into embroidery, an awesome professor at the local university. She's into costuming. She does all of the costumes for their plays and for the theater. So it was so exciting to talk to her. And at one of our upcoming field trips, we are going to go visit her workshop and maybe even see a play. So that was so exciting. Oh, all kinds of vendors. We talked to a basket maker and couldn't leave without the baskets. Oh my goodness gracious, look at this. Look at that. It's got a handle. Look at this little design there. Isn't that pretty? And the basket maker, Mary O'Haver. Mary O'Haver, M-O Baskets, Mo Baskets at ATT.net. And they're so reasonable. This was $15. Isn't that beautiful? And let me see. And I have another one here. I went back. I had to get some more. I told her I'd be back, and I did. This one has hearts. Isn't that pretty? Look at the hearts. Oh my goodness. This one was only $20. It's handmade. It's a different color. Look at that. Heart twill basket. Isn't that gorgeous? And she used to be in computers. And she used to work for the military. And it was a very, very stressful job. She had to order supplies for the troops. So when she retired, she went into this basket making full time. And she said it saved her life. It just saved her life. It took her to a different place mentally where she could relax. And I asked her, where did you learn? And it's that old cliche where people would put down college and say, what do you got major in basket making? She took a class in college. When her employer sent her to the university to take classes on the internet and computers, she saw that there was a basket class across the hall. So she signed up for it. And now this is her retirement career. Now oh, look at this little basket. This was $7. Oh my goodness, look at this little basket. And inside, we went to another booth, and this is the Eden's Lily farm, a goat farm. Well, they also have a children's farm, and they have all kinds of little chickens, you know, they cut a petting zoo. They sell meats. Everything is grass-fed. And this is their goat soap. Goat milk soap. Excuse me. It's made with rosemary and peppermint. Smells so nice. And I also bought a little lip balm. Grade A dairy, raw grass-fed goat's milk, grass-fed pork, grass-fed beef, dairy goat breeding stock, milk cajeta. That is, our milk cajeta is kind of like a caramel, and you can make it into candies or just like scoop it out of a jar. Oh, so good. Okay. Oh, and then they also had these 100% organic cotton dish towels. Isn't that cute? And it says support your local farmers. And right here it says Eden's Lily Farm and Dairy. I love this. So I bought all of this for a little gift for a friend. And you know what I like about all of this? These baskets and this towel and the soap. They're not made in China. Well, you know what? I'm not sure about the towel. I'll check on the towel. But I know that everything else was locally made. So that thrilled me. That absolutely thrilled me. Oh, and then I bought one towel for the gift and one towel for myself. But isn't this nice? You can go to your farmer's market and buy handmade items. Of course, this Pioneer and Ranching Days, this was the big festival, and they only hold it once a year. So I knew San Antonio is a good 200 miles from here, and I know people who go practically every weekend, but not me. So I knew I had to take advantage of it. And let's see. Oh, what else did I buy? I went to a curandera, and a curandera is a cura means to cure. So she's a woman who works with, it could be a man as well. He would be a curandero, who work with herbs and healing. And I got some little sugar skulls, one for me and one for all of the ladies. So I ended up with a purple one. And right now I'm just using it to hold a little yarn, but mainly I'm going to use it for little gadgets. And in my mitten, you may recognize, this is my mitten bag. And I am starting the mittens for my friend Ria for her project, starting on kind of a gold and a brown. And then I'm going to decorate it probably with some kind of little applique, crochet applique. Maybe a dinosaur. I think a dinosaur would go good with gold and brown. So those are my mittens, working on my mittens. Oh, and I was at Dollar General the other day, and this magazine, Crochet World, just jumped into my basket. Didn't want to hurt its feelings, so I took it with me. And you know, there's something about crocheting and knitting, hand sewing, embroidery that just takes you to another level. It's almost spiritual. I've heard people call it meditation, meditative, but really, what is prayer? But you're going into another part of your soul. I hadn't even noticed, but this picture right here, this scarf has picot and has a really pretty border. It's kind of a little edgy. It has, I believe, a double crochet, and then it has a pretty picot. And my friend Irma is working on this beautiful long, what would you call it, summer vest. And it's very, very lacy. It's kind of like netting. It's so pretty. But she wanted edging on it. She wanted something a little bit more substantial. And she thought about picot, and then she decided, no, picot's really not going to add anything because this isn't frilly. Okay, I'm looking for page 40. But I think this might be, this picture isn't as shiny. This might be something she might consider. Do you see that edging? It's really not too frilly. I think, so I sent it to her yesterday. I sent the picture to see what she thought about it. And then she's also working on a project for a friend who wants to learn an easy project for her group. And I ran into this hat, and it's a cowl. Let's see, it's a cowl, and you can cinch it up at the top and make it a hat. And I thought, wow, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be easy to make? And then there was something else that might even be easier. I had no idea these projects were in. I had no idea that all of these awesome projects were inside. It jumped in. I paid for it. And baby booties. Let's see. It's a scrubby. I thought, wouldn't that be easy? A little scrubby. It has kind of scrubby on just half of it. And then, the baby booties on page 18. Let me show you. They are so precious. Oh, look at those. Oh, they're made with cotton thread. That's super, super duper cheap. Aunt Lydia's classic crochet, size 10 cotton crochet. And I have a new baby. Congratulate my daughter and son-in-law. He's so cute. His name is Sebastian. I can't show you a picture because my daughter and her husband don't want the baby on social media. But oh my God, he's so cute. He really is cute. And my daughter and I were singing to. I almost started crying. I sang to all my kids. I always sang to my kids when they were babies. She sings to the baby. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I used to do. So we were, let's see, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Yee-haw! She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Yee-haw! She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Yee-haw! Then, have you ever heard of sweet Betsy from Pike, who crossed the wide prairie with her husband Ike, with 2 yoke of cattle, a old yaller hog, no, an old spotted hog, tall Shanghai rooster, and an old yaller dog, singing toorale, oorale, oorale, singing toorale, oorale, oorale. And of course, it puts the baby to sleep, and I don't know if it's because the baby just wants to go away, and that's the only way he can go away is to fall asleep, but he falls asleep right away. So I spent 8 days with the baby and my husband and the son-in-law, and it was nice. And they're in Utah, so now I need to move to Utah. Oh, I'm not going to get to see that baby very often, so that makes me kind of sad, and happy and sad. And I want to tell my Instagram friend, her name, she goes by the title or the handle Knit1 Pug 2. And she has pug dogs. and I am going to send her 2 balls of JoJo Land Rhythm Superwash 100%. And it's so pretty, and it's variegated, and it's kind of, I don't know what you call this, but it's wrapped around itself, and it's got red and purple and greens, and whoa, the computer can't even pick up all the colors. It's going like crazy. Let's see. Here we go. Where are the reds? There's the reds. Nah, there you go. It's wound up. It has pink and a turquoise and an olive green, and they're wound up together. They're twisted. So I'm going to send her 2 of these because she is such a fun Instagram friend, and she always gives me a heads up on the different contests. So I have this that I'm going to send her. I was in a different project, and I ended up not using it. I thought, you know what? She's a prolific knitter, so I bet she can use that, make good use out of that. A gentleman who noticed us making the pink hats, the pink protest hats at Barnes & Noble last year, he was working on little hats with us, and he's the one who tipped me off to saving all the ends. I was just throwing them away. He said you can use them for stuffing. And what I've done, oh, here's some right here. What I've also done is when I just needed a few little pieces for my amigurumi, or for embroidering the mittens, I can reach into here. How fun is that? How smart is that? Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now, I just finished this little amigurumi. It's a little cactus. How cute is this? Now, I added this part and then the yellow pollen. I think that's called the pistil. And I added it, and you actually put a dowel or a popsicle stick. I even ate the popsicle just in case, but I thought a dowel would be better since the little opening right here is very, very small, very, very small. And they suggest using scissors. So I just kind of scored it and scored it and scored it and scored it until I could break it. And then I used this kind of ridge right here, jaggedy ridge, to just kind of sand it a little bit smooth. And I do like beans. I do put pinto beans, old dried out pinto beans that I've had forever. Now, what do you like better? Do you like it better rolled up like this, and you can't see the sand, or do you like it rolled down? They suggested roll down. I guess it can be either way. And you know what was fun is this is just an old piece, just an old ball of yarn. Don't even know where it came from, and it's dirty looking. It was perfect for the sand, wasn't it? You just never know which you're going to use. And that came from this kit that I bought at Barnes & Noble, Cuddly Cactus Crochet. And this book is excellent. I've talked about that book before. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And this little cactus is actually on the cover. And you'll see how it doesn't have the yellow and the orange. And he kind of has a grin. He doesn't have a big, big smile. Let me sit this down. Excuse me. So I put more of a smile, a bigger smile. I put some whites in the eyes, and then I put the orange and the yellow pollen. What do you think? Give it a little bit more life. So this is actually going to go in one of my, hello, Dark Knight, got a little Dark Knight here, our kitty cat. It's going to go in a sunshine box that I will be sending out to Rhode Island. And I hope it cheers her up. Oh, and now I have another ongoing project. The same daughter that I was telling you that just had a baby. I made this ABC sampler and finished it in '83. So we're looking at 35 years, right? Well, I didn't take care of it. It was in the garage. It was uncovered. The moths got to it, and I thought, oh, what am I going to do? I actually found a vintage kit and I could just redo it. So I didn't know what's better, to fix it or to try to repair it. What do you think? What do you think? Is it better to have now I am going to fix it. You can see here where it says, now I know my ABCs. I'm going to get, this was in wool. I'm going to use the cotton floss. If you'll notice, places where I used the cotton floss, they're perfect. There was no loss of color. I washed this too aggressively in OxyClean because I was trying to, you can see the difference here. And some of it was the bleeding. And I've gone over it with markers. Some of the colors were so faded. And I have wide markers and I have slim markers. And you know, the slim markers ran more. There was more running. They wicked into the cloth more than the wide. I don't understand what's going on. It's the same brand. Fine tip. I don't think there's any difference. I'll check, but I don't think so. But for some reason, the large ones did not run as much. And this little girl, I remembered she had a teal. And so I had a teal marker, so I was able to fix that. And I think I've overcolored my frog. He's just a little bright. Little bright. But I think it looks okay. And any place that I have to make a repair, I am going to use the cotton. Oh, and let's see. I have been obsessed with this pattern. Absolutely obsessed. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm not sure if it's the colors, if it's the fit, but I love that fit. I don't look good in hats, but I love this one, the Street Smart Beanie. It was designed by Frock Kadesh, German, I believe. Yes. From Stuttgart, Germany. And here's the chart. So I learned, she only has a chart. She has some general instructions telling you how to, you know, that to slip stitch the last, to join, and that sort of thing. And so I learned how to read patterns because I wanted to make this so badly. And then I thought, you know what? Because I went on Ravelry to see maybe if somebody had written the directions out, and they hadn't. There were only 2 other people who actually made this beautiful hat. Only 2 people. I couldn't believe it. Oh, excuse me. I need to see who that is. Oh, nobody important. I'm waiting for a phone call. Oh, I don't know how to use my own phone. And well, I tried to contact the designer, and I told her, you know, that I think more people would use this beautiful pattern if you would write it out. Well, I tried writing it out because I wanted to share it with a friend. It was so much work. It was so much work. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You can see all my scribbles here as and I had to look up what a triple crochet cluster, 4 double crochet cluster, scallop, all of those. And she does provide some charts, but you know, you still need to know how to do it. So I wrote it out, and then I edited. Let's see. And it is so much work. I tell you what, my friend Greta is going to proof it, and she's going to try to work from my directions to see if she can follow it. I will not gripe about paying $1, $2, $8, $10 for a pattern. It is so much. I didn't even design it. I did not even design it. I was just following the chart, and it was a ton of work. We should give designers their due, especially the ones who are so lovely and they post them for free. They post it for free, many of them in their blog or their websites. And then if you want one that doesn't have ads and you can print out easily, you pay $1 or $2. Oh my gosh, pay the $1 or $2. This is so much work. What I've done in the past is I'll go and I'll copy and paste. You know, it could take me half an hour. Why? Pay the buck, Nora. Pay the $2. Oh, for crying out loud. But I'm obsessed with this. I did make the street beanie for a friend. I've made 2, actually. I made 1, and you can go on my Instagram, YarnBite, to see it. I did it in neon colors for a coworker. It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, this one I'm sending to my friend in Rhode Island, and this is variegated. It is Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo, and it is in Wildflower. Isn't this cute? I mean, I don't think I look good in hats, but I like this hat. This is the bonnet part should be made with a 7 hook. It's between a G and an H, a 7. I don't have a 7. So I need to buy a 7 because I think it has a little more slouch than I like, but I know a lot of people like the slouch. I mean, I don't mind it. I would wear it this way. I'm wearing this function. But I would like it a little less slouchy. And then I did have to make this bigger because I have an extraordinarily big head for my big brain. Well, you know, I have a very, very big brain. And so, you know, you need a big container. So from my forehead to cover my ears is 23 inches. So I had to use a K hook for the last four rounds. I also made her, oh, and this is free. This is on the website. A cowl, and it's kind of got that infinity. You just fold it before you. So to match, she can look like a pretty little spring garden. And this is the Raspberry Buttercream Infinity Scarf. Raspberry, isn't that pretty? And the reason it's called raspberry are the colors she did it in. And this was designed by Jennifer Dickerson. Jennifer Dickerson. It's on fiberfluxblog.com. And it's also free, and it's so pretty. It's so pretty, and it's very easy. And just the way it makes the little bumps, it does look like a wild flower. Doesn't it? Like a garden full of wildflowers. Oh, it's so pretty. I always count as I work, and yes, I will frog back if I make a mistake, even though you can't see it. But I don't care. I know about it. Isn't that nice? I like this. I like this. And then, you know, you wear it however you want to wear it. It's a nice little springy. I like this. I like it a lot. And I'm still going to make one of these hats. And I'm going to do it in the colors that she made them in, the designer. I'm going to buy a 7 hook. My husband asked me, why do you have to buy needles and hooks for every project? I don't know. It's just every project calls for something different. I have no idea why. I guess if I used a thinner yarn, but I mean, I have worsted, so I guess I need a 7. Just go get the 7. What's the big deal? Go get the 7. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm looking around here, and I think I've just about covered what I've been working on lately. And I want to say hi to the girls. I hope you have a knitting group, a crochet group, where you can get together with your friends. And thank you so much for joining me. And leave comments. Did you like this up or down? And also check my Ravelry group at YarnBite. Well, it's not a group, it's just my account. Because after my friend has proofed the directions, I'm going to post them with my projects. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you later. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.